Hello everyone, welcome to another fun doll talk video, and today's doll talk is actually going to be a little bit different. It's not about the latest Barbie drops, releases, rumors, or that kind of thing. It's actually about something deeper today because I received a comment lately and it kind of stayed with me, and I think it will resonate with a lot of you out there, so I thought, let's do a video about it. So here we go. Adult doll collecting is a growing hobby and market where people, often well into adulthood, collect dolls for reasons that go far beyond childhood nostalgia. It spans many types of dolls, from fashion and art dolls like Barbie or ball-jointed dolls to more niche or even adult figures. Adults often form the core of collector communities. Many begin or return to the hobby in their 30s and 40s because of nostalgia, artistry, or emotional connection. Collectors are active online and in real life, sharing photos, customization techniques, and showcases on social media and at conventions. In fact, in general, collectible toys, including dolls, are booming. Adults now represent around 34% of the toy collectible market, a segment expected to grow strongly through 2033. In the US, about 31% of adult consumers purchased dolls as collectibles in 2023, showing meaningful demand among grown-ups. Adult doll collecting is a vibrant and growing hobby where people, often in their 30s, 40s, and beyond, collect dolls not just for nostalgia, but as artistic, emotional, and social pursuits. In markets like the US and Europe, adult collectors make up a significant slice of the toy and collectible industry, with around 30% of adult consumers buying dolls as collectibles. Many dedicated doll collectors build substantial collections and take part in rich online communities where they share, display, and personalize their dolls. So let me read you the comment. It came from the Coloring Oasis 5616. This may seem unrelated, but I'm wondering if you could make a video discussing a very important topic to the adult collectors who like to play, style, do dioramas, etc. The topic is shaming and abuse by people in our life because we buy, collect, and style our dolls as a hobby. I am 51 years old. I was collecting all through my 20s into my early 30s and had to stop because I was a single mom with small kids and couldn't afford the hobby anymore. I was a huge Barbie fanatic when I was a kid in the 80s. I've been trying to reacquire all the dolls I had to sell when I was a single mom. Dolls that are not worth hundreds of dollars, but were cheap when they first released. Now that my kids are grown, I'm constantly shamed and judged and made to feel super uncomfortable whenever they are over or come by and see my latest dioramas or my growing collection. God forbid I have a beautiful Barbie room like you do, which is my dream. It's not just them, it was also my dad, my son's wife, my other son's friends, my ex. They're in their late 20s. A few times I've shared photo on my Facebook and I've had rude comments from people, like, how old are you? Shouldn't you have a real job and stop playing with dolls? I've been told by my family that I'm weird. I must have had a bad childhood or was deprived. That I'm mentally unstable, unhealthy, that I must not have any real friends. It's not like I'm doing imaginary play with them, lol. I do the kind of things that you do basically. I spend 2 weeks building a gorgeous Valentine's Day diorama with all 15 of my Valentine's Day Barbies, and boy did I get judged and abused for that. And they'll get a good laugh about it and treat me like there's something wrong with me. I imagine that this is a big topic in the Barbie collector's realm. It's to the point where I feel like I have to hide my dioramas with Japanese screens or hide new packages when they come so nobody sees I'm buying more Barbies. Ironically, they've never said anything about the money I spent for that's just as weird and unusual, and that there's something wrong with me because I buy and like Barbies as an adult. I bet you there are many collectors like me who are ashamed and embarrassed and hiding their hobbies for this very reason. Maybe you can address this about what we can do or how to handle this so people know they're not alone. More than anything, I want to acquire the Barbie Malibu dream house I once had as a child, and the camper, etc. But I'm absolutely terrified if they start seeing the furniture toys, even though it's only for display, what they will say or do. And I get excited when people come over and I try to show them the new diorama I made or something new in my collection, and they roll their eyes, refuse to come look, say thanks but I don't care, and other kinds of rude comments. I end up feeling stupid and embarrassed, kind of like an outcast. Well, I read this comment and I have yet to react to it, but I just wanted to react to this with a video actually, like I'm doing now. So this is something that I think is happening with a lot of adult collectors in general, not just doll collectors, but Lego, Pokemon cards, or anything that's considered childlike, you know? So I thought, let's talk about this. So I really hope this video helps you and others that feel the same way or have the same experiences with their, family and friends. But think about it like this. I mean, collecting dolls as an adult is seen as strange, but grown men collect like sneakers, football cards, Warhammer miniatures, watches, Lego sets, maybe cars they don't even drive. So, no one says they're mentally unstable. I get kind of like irritated and angry almost when they come for us, us doll collectors, and say that we are the ones who are weird. And I don't know if it differs if you're like male or female, because of course dolls are kind of like associated with like softness, femininity, childhood, and why is that suddenly a problem? Especially the you must have had a bad childhood, that kind of like breaks my heart a little, because loving something from your childhood does not mean like you're stuck in it. It can mean a lot of things. It can mean that you're healing. It can mean that you're like reconnecting with joy. It might be something you're reclaiming you have let go of because you want to experience that joy again. Basically, you're also honoring that younger version of yourself. Like, I hear you now and I can acquire that for myself now. I mean, that's emotionally like super healthy. Let that be very clear. Building a Valentine's Day diorama for 2 weeks, it's creativity, it's artistry, it's dedication, and it's, relaxing your mind from everyday troubles. It is the off button that we all need from time to time. Like everyone who's just running around chasing every day from one appointment to the next, work, gym, groceries, kids, that whole rat race. Building a Valentine's Day diorama is that off button that most of us probably can't seem to find, and they're just jealous of that. Try to think of that. They always say like when you have to get on stage, imagine everyone naked. If they're trying to like shame you or feel like you're beneath them because you're doing this, you have found your off button. They probably haven't, because if they would have found their off button, they will be like cheering for you, like, you go girl, you do whatever you need to stay sane in this world. So it's telling something about the people in your environment. And that's kind of painful because, these are like family. We're talking kids here. We're talking parents, loved ones. Yeah. So that's harsh. So, okay. then we get to the point when it's your own family. I mean, when a stranger says on Facebook, like, how old are you? Yeah, that's rude. But I mean, what does water of a duck's back? Is that it? I mean, come on, it's a stranger, whatever. But when your kids roll their eyes, when your family laughs at you, not with you, but at you, when they refuse to even look at something that you've created, well, that kind of hurts on a different level here. Yeah. It's not like we need approval or something for something that we've created or collected or displayed, but it's connection, you know? It's someone saying like, wow, I see you. I see this. It's amazing. This is so cool that you made this. It's like being seen, like really. And I mean, you want to be seen by the ones you love. So for them to roll their eyes, that's, yeah, ouch. So of course, when they mock you, you feel small, you feel like an outcast. That feeling is just very, very real, and it's very, very hurtful. I really think they don't even realize how hurtful they are being, or how hurtful or how bad they are treating you to do this. Like not accepting this part of yourself, like your off button. So again, that takes me back to, why it triggers people, because when someone reacts so strongly to some harmless hobby that you have, that says more about them than it says about you. That is like the harsh reality of this, especially when it's your friends and loved ones. So, okay, when I try to like crawl into the minds of people that mock this, they must have some kind of like discomfort with joy or something, or a fear of being judged themselves. Maybe also some rigid ideas about adulthood, or maybe just internalized, like, growing up means killing your own imagination. I do not know what's happening inside the heads of these people, because I just don't understand why you have to burn something that someone loves. Let them. Why? It's totally not harmful. It's not harmful to anyone. It's their off button. If someone is creating like amazing Lego statues, or if someone is collecting coins or stamps or cute little figurines, Pop Funko items, Disney collectibles, whatever, it brings them joy. It makes them forget their sorrows in life. Applaud that. Why on earth would you not applaud that? Those people, explain, please. If you by chance are someone like that, or you have ever done something like that, can you give us some insight in your thought process? Why you would disapprove someone loving a certain thing in life? Something harmful as dolls, Legos, vintage toys, trolls, name it. Name it. So to you, the Coloring Oasis 5616, honey, I don't know your name, but you, who made this comment that sparked this video, this talk, you building that dream doll room, I think it challenges their definition of what adulthood should look like. Yeah, it's a frustrating topic. It irritates me and it makes me angry, for you, because sometimes you're just so powerless, and you feel so attacked for something so innocent. It's just unfair. So unfair. Okay, now let's get to how to handle this situation. sometimes you just don't need to justify this lovely hobby that we have with logic. You know, there are people who will never understand. So just say it makes me happy. It keeps me sane. It is my off button. It makes me go not kill people today. You know, say something funny about it. It doesn't mean that you have to take it super seriously. I mean, you can make kind of like a joke about it. You need to mock yourself also a little bit because, you know, yes, we know that society has its opinions about it. So just, you know, go along with it, play along. We know better, you know? Just say, it's my off button. It makes me go to the grocery store and not kill anyone today. You know, that should be enough. Or you can just, you know, say calmly, like, you know, I know it's not your thing, but, you know, it's something I really enjoy. Just the same way you really like to go hiking, go fishing, go camping. What do all normal people do? I don't know. No fighting, you know, just no fighting, no defending, just own it. Just own it. I think that's the most powerful thing you can do, actually, to own it so that they also cannot say anything about it. Because you're owning it. Yes, you want to mock me for my dolls? Well, go ahead. I know it's weird. I know what society thinks of me, but, you know, hey, it's my off button. So, you know, that's why I have a good, clear mind, and you are probably running around with stress in your veins. Yeah. Also, when you have found the power in yourself to, you know, accept this about you and you started to own this chapter, this part of you, find your people. Find your people. I had to find my people through this channel. That's really what I did, because I had no doll loving people in my close circle, not in my family, not in my friends, no people at work. I have no people in my, you know, close environment that loves the same things I love. So first, of course, I went on Instagram. That was easy. That was kind of like anonymous. Then I found inspiration. Then I found, you know, a whole new world. And I started to think like, okay, let's take a leap of faith. Let's go to YouTube and let's, you know, sit down and talk. Which led me to all of you who follow me now for years. And many of you who always comment on my videos. I mean, you are my people. You are my people. And I'm so thankful for that. It's the greatest thing to find out that you're not alone. And I'm kind of getting emotional now, I think, because I've had to go through this twice, of course, also with my sexuality, but also with this hobby. So that's so important. Find your people. That's where the validation lives. Kind of like the validation you secretly are longing for in your friends and family. And you found my channel, so you must know by now that there are thousands of grown collectors out there that love rebodying, restyling, building dioramas, photographing dolls. You are not that rare. You are not that rare, honey. We are all here doing the same thing. We just live a few miles apart, but you are a part of a massive creative subculture. So please know that, and do whatever you can to protect your joy. And I think that's why you sent the message, is because you needed a little bit of the protection. Maybe from me or from someone who would say this to you. Like, stand up for yourself, girl. Keep yourself sane. And not everyone deserves front row seats to your creativity. Yeah, I know it's a hard lesson to learn, I think. I mean, I've had to go through this myself. I had to learn to own this to my friends, to people at work, but I learned myself that when I started to really own it, people were actually like, oh, okay, that's cool. I must admit, I went through a phase where I got kind of like my first Barbies again and actually hid them from Peter, my husband. And when he went off to work and I had a day off or whatever, I was alone, I would take them out, had a blast with these dolls. And, you know, before I knew it, it was time to put them back where they, were hidden because he was coming home again. And that's when I found, like, hey, this is my recharge button. I've, I've, I've went on hours and hours, and I actually feel recharged, even more than a good night's sleep. And that's when I knew this is something healthy. This is something I need to incorporate in my life in order for me to not kill people. I can't put it in any other words. I mean, that's really what it is, you know? So let's talk about that Malibu dream house of yours. You once had it. You lost it because you were surviving as a single mom. And now you are scared to reclaim it because you are feared of being judged. You can tell that this breaks my heart because I want you to heal that. I want you to feel that joy. I mean, it's the greatest thing. Like, I think we as kind of like seasoned collectors are always a little bit jealous of the ones who are just reconnecting with this hobby, because we all know the immense joy we felt when we reconnected with this hobby. So, we applaud you. I mean, we are so excited for you to get everything you once had. Let me break it down. You sacrificed, you raised children, you survived in life. I mean, if you want that dream house now, you, of all people, deserve that. And not secretly, not behind, Japanese screens. No, openly. You need that Malibu dream house. You need to put that somewhere and own that MFN dream house. Yeah. How long have I been talking, like, to anyone hiding their hobby? I want you to hear this clearly. You are not immature. You are not unstable. You are not broken. You are creative. And in a world that often feels heavy and gray, you, my friend, you chose pink. And that is something very brave. Yeah. I hope I can bend your mind a little bit, that you can see it in this way. Girl, remember, not immature, not broken, not unstable, creative. Chose pink over gray and heavy. Healthy. I built this Barbie room because it makes me happy. It is my safe place. It is my room where I can recharge, where I can feel creativity, where I can feel inspired, where I can enjoy the beauty, but also relive happy childhood memories. Life is short. Joy is rare, and if arranging 15 Valentine's Day Barbies in a diorama lights up your heart, do it, and do it now. And if people roll their eyes, let them. Let them. You just don't shrink your own happiness to make other people feel comfortable, And to you, darling, who wrote this comment, or anyone who resonates with this story or feeling, again, I will say it, you are not alone. You belong here. You have found your off button. You are completely healthy, and you're completely sane. You are not broken. You are not, we get it now, right? Once you get to that point of owning it, I so wish that for you all. It's not easy, definitely not. I mean, especially if you're like really young and you really depend on family, yeah, it's harsh. But I mean, please keep in mind that anyone who has an opinion about this, or judges this, or mocks this, or makes you feel ashamed of this hobby, it's saying so much about them. So much. If you cannot accept this, I mean, why should you care so much? Why would you want to push someone into a kind of like shape where you think that person fits into? That's no, that's stay away from that. I need to wrap it up because I can talk about this for hours. It's hard to wrap this because basically now I really feel like the physical urge to give you like a hug to close it off. I hope that you can feel it, honey, that hug, because you deserve it. Girl, you survived. You're a mom. You raised those kids. Now it's time you get to work on yourself and to bring yourself some joy. Okay? So this was my little Dr. Phil moment. Comment down below if you have any thoughts about this. Let's keep that conversation rolling down in the comments below. I love you all. You are not alone. And I mean, it's the best hobby ever. Let's just, right? Mwah. Big kisses from me. I love you all. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, give it a hype, do whatever you can to help the algorithm. You can also go to Instagram at Barbie Nation. That's usually where I post all of my updates. And until the next video, mwah, big kisses from me. I love you all, and please remember that you are not alone. Mwah.